Il-ftuħ ta' oġġett ġdid huwa mument maġiku, taħlita ta' kurżità, ta' stennija u anke ta' ansjetà. L-istess jista' jingħad għal ftuħ ta' klaviċimblu ġdid, strument barokk iddisinjat minn Bruce Kennedy u simili ħafna għal dak li kien idoqq Bach innifsu.
Here I can present you an harpsichord, a German harpsichord copied by Michael Mittke and built by Bruce Kennedy. It is a German instrument. You can easily recognize it by its blended curve. And it is one of the instruments that surely Johann Sebastian Bach knew during his life, because he was sent to Berlin from Köthen in order to decide which instrument had to be bought from the castle in Köthen where he was working. And the place where we went, it was the factory of Michael Mittke, one of the best harpsichord builder of his time. This instrument, it's a meeting point between the Italian school and the French school. In fact, the German musical school is known to be a perfect meeting of two different styles that were a bit against the one to the other. So the Italian style and the French style, the French musician, the Italian musician, they were not matching at all. I mean, the style, the way of making music, thinking music of the Italians in the 18th century was completely opposite of the one of the French. And the same thing is perfectly fading in the German style. So a very special thing is that this instrument is a two-manual harpsichord like the French-Flemish school instrument, but the strings are in brass. And the brass was a speciality of Italian school, and the two keyboards and the long tail was something particular of the French-Flemish school. The fact that Malta and that the theater in Malta has bought this instrument is very important, because finally there is a very, very high quality instrument here, where there is a very important festival for early music, and there are all the activity of the theater. Finally, there is one harpsichord that puts the quality of the music concerning this instrument that is used for solo recitals, it's used in the orchestra as a continuo player, in the opera for the recitativos, really in a very, very high standard internationally. This is an instrument that every harpsichord player would dream to have it in. I am dreaming to have this instrument, but I can't. And the best schools in Europe, the best theaters, has ordered an instrument by Bruce Kennedy. This is actually one of the most famous and great builders for such an instrument. It's like, you know, you want to buy Lamborghini last model, there is a queue, you have to order it years before and wait, and then when there is your turn, then finally you can have it. I have followed in details all the buildings moments of this instrument. I was in full contact, daily contact with Bruce. Because it is important to know in advance where the instrument will be stored, what is the humidity, what is temperature, because this is wood, and wood is alive. Wood takes humidity, takes water inside and give it back. So it is very important when you glue the soundboard, that is the part of the wood that is really producing the sound, you have to glue it in one day where there is a kind of specific level of humidity, thinking where the harpsichord is going to be, is going to stay for the rest of his life. That would be 300, 400 years from now. An instrument like an harpsichord or a cello or a violin needs to be, you have to care about them. It's like a baby, like something is important. And they have to be tuned, often, they have to be played. Because what is special about the very good quality instrument is that they absorb the sound of the people that is playing. Of course, the best Stradivari we know today have been played by the most incredible musicians since they were born, they were made. And so they have in a kind of memory the sound that those musicians try to get out from the instrument. So if I play this instrument, I have a sound, I'm looking for a sound that is good for me. Another harpsichord player would look for another kind of sound. And this sound that you gave to the instrument stays in a kind of memory. The wood moves, adjusts in order to produce a beautiful sound.